Today, we welcome testimony from Chris Rocheleau, Acting Administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration. Administrator Rocheleau, thank you for joining us today as we review the FAA's budget request for the coming fiscal year. We've seen air travel rebound since the pandemic, with passenger numbers now consistently exceeding pre-pandemic levels across our aviation system. Aviation remains a critical driver of economic growth. Commercial aviation contributes more than $1 trillion to our economy, and new technologies promise to deliver more opportunities while improving the quality of life for all Americans. I am particularly excited to see how advancements in the aviation sector provide more opportunities in areas of high growth, like the district that I represent in Northwest Arkansas. However, rapid growth brings challenges, and we've seen that very subject in the last few months. We must acknowledge the recent aviation accidents that have renewed scrutiny of our safety systems. The tragic crash that occurred on January 29th at Reagan National is still fresh on our minds, a sobering reminder of the real-life consequences when multiple parts of our national airspace system falter. Incidents like this, along with the Alaska Airlines door plug failure, multiple near misses in the air and on the ground, and a slew of general aviation accidents make it clear that our work to strengthen oversight, training, and coordination is far from finished. Safety must remain our shared, unyielding priority. Our airspace is becoming more crowded and more complex. The infrastructure we rely on is reaching the end of its useful life. This committee must take a hard look at how we fund the maintenance and replacement of infrastructure and equipment that create the backbone of our aviation system. We must work together to ensure that all aviation can flourish while maintaining the highest possible standards of safety and efficiency for the millions of passengers who fly every day. Your extensive aviation experience will be vital as we navigate these issues together. I know a safe and efficient national airspace system is your number one priority. It is also ours. The President's request for FAA is $22 billion, a 5% increase above the enacted 25 level, with much of the increase going toward operation and facilities and equipment, including your new Project Lift, which I'm sure you will tell us about in your testimony. However, this budget doesn't contemplate the scale of improvements Secretary Duffy has announced that are necessary. More detail and information will be required for us to fully consider this eventual request. We cannot repeat the next-gen boondoggle where we allowed a program to drag on for decades while technology outpaced its implementation. If this committee is asked to consider additional funding with the expectation the FAA can complete procurement or deployment through innovative contracts, the FAA must do better than it did under IIJA. From that bill, $2.5 billion for facilities and equipment remains unobligated. Mr. Rocheleau, as we develop our 26 bill, I intend to work with you, your colleagues at FAA, and Secretary Duffy, along with the aviation community, to ensure that we continue to support the safest, most complex aviation system in the world. Mr. Administrator, I look forward to our discussion today and hearing from you about the FAA's current and pending work. We want to know how you plan to modernize the air traffic system, address staffing challenges, and encourage safety advancements and innovation. I'm confident that we can work together to support the critical missions of the Federal Aviation Administration.